My beloved child, a lady is performing witchcraft against you, and this time she is doing it to make you ill. Give me your time and attention for a while, for I am trying to save you. Listen to me closely, for what I speak now is not to frighten you, but to open your eyes to the truth that surrounds your life. There are forces that move in darkness, forces that plot silently, hoping you never notice their schemes. Yet I have already seen what they are planning, and I have already stepped between you and the arrow that was meant to pierce your strength. My child, when the enemy rises against you, he does not come with loud footsteps or visible weapons. He comes through whispers, through the bitterness of a jealous heart, through the envy of someone who cannot understand why my favor rests upon you. This lady who has lifted her hand against you does not truly know whom she is fighting. She thinks she is contending with your health, your peace, your destiny, but she is standing against me, and I will not allow her to prevail. For I have chosen you, I have marked you, and I have set a hedge of fire around your life. What was meant to weaken you will be overturned to strengthen you. You have felt unusual heaviness lately. You have sensed strange thoughts and unnecessary anxiety, and you have wondered why your spirit is restless at certain hours. It is because your spirit is picking up what is being done in secret. Your soul feels what the natural eye cannot see. But my child, do not panic and do not fear. Fear is what the enemy wants from you. But fear is the one thing that will never come from me. I am not revealing this to make you worried. I am revealing it because you must know that I am actively protecting you. I have intercepted the arrows that were sent toward your body. I have broken the assignments that were crafted in dark places. I have scattered the spirits that were summoned against your health. I have nullified every word that was spoken against your well-being. What she intended for harm has already been overruled by my hand. But now I need something from you, your attention, your prayer, your awareness. Not because I am weak, but because your agreement strengthens the work I am doing in your life. When you stand with me, every door the enemy tries to open collapses before it even forms. Child, the sickness that was intended for you will not take root. The weakness that was designed for your body is already dissolving. What was supposed to break you will not even touch the surface of your life. For I am covering you with my wings, and I am surrounding you with my angels. Even now they stand around you, shielding you from every unseen battle. They are stationed at your bedside, at your doorway, at the places your feet walk, guarding your steps so that nothing planned in darkness can manifest in your reality. But hear me, your health is not merely a physical condition. It is tied to your purpose, your calling, your destiny. This is why the attack was aimed at your body. The enemy thought that if he could weaken your flesh, your spirit would faint. But I am strengthening you from the inside. I am renewing your bones, refreshing your breath, restoring your energy. I am reversing every invisible toxin that was meant to drain you. I am cleansing your bloodstream, renewing your mind, realigning your spirit. You shall rise stronger than before, because what was meant to destroy you has ignited a greater fire within you. My child, I want you to understand why you were targeted. The enemy sees what you yourself have not fully realized. There is a shift coming in your life, a divine repositioning, a new level of grace, a new level of authority, a new level of spiritual maturity. The enemy fears what you are becoming. He fears how close you are getting to me. He fears the spiritual sight that is awakening within you. He fears the calling that is beginning to unfold. You are stepping into a realm where you will hear me more clearly, discern more accurately, and walk with more spiritual power. This is what threatens him. The lady being used against you is not powerful. She is not a giant in the spirit. She is weak, broken, and being manipulated by jealousy and evil influence. Her heart carries wounds that she never surrendered to me, and those wounds have opened a doorway for darkness to use her. Do not hate her. Do not fear her. Pray for her deliverance, for she does not fully understand the consequences of what she is doing. Anyone who rises against my chosen ones invites judgment upon themselves unless they repent. I see her actions, I hear her words, and I observe her intentions, but she will not succeed. But my child, now you must be careful with your spirit. Do not open your mind to lies, do not entertain unnecessary conversations, and do not allow your emotions to guide you. The enemy often works through distraction, making you busy with things that drain your strength, so that when the real battle comes, you are too tired to pray. But I am calling you to stay alert. Your awareness is already increasing. Your discernment is sharpening. Your spirit is becoming more sensitive, and that is why you are noticing things you previously ignored. You must rely on me. Trust me with your health. Trust me with your mind. Trust me with your sleep. Trust me with your destiny. When you lean into me, no force of darkness can stand against you. When you call upon my name, the atmosphere shifts. When you pray, angels respond. When you worship, chains break. When you believe, the impossible bends in your favor. I am teaching you to depend on me, not out of fear of attacks, but out of the understanding that every attack becomes powerless in my presence. And child, I want you to listen to this carefully. The enemy never attacks what is empty. He only attacks what carries value. You are valuable. You are chosen. You carry spiritual weight. You carry my favor. You carry a destiny that hell cannot alter. You carry a future that darkness cannot erase. The enemy sees the oil upon your life, and that is why he is trying to weaken you. But my oil is thicker than the poison being sent against you. My oil is stronger than any ritual spoken against your name. I will expose the one who is plotting against you. There will come a moment soon when her intentions will become visible. Something she says, something she does, something she reveals by accident will confirm to you what I am already telling you in the spirit. I am not showing you this to make you suspicious. I am showing you because I want you to walk in wisdom. You must know who is around you, who genuinely cares for you, and who secretly resents you. Not everyone who smiles at you carries love in their heart. Not everyone who speaks kindly desires your good. But I will not allow you to walk blindly. My child, there is a spiritual cleansing happening in your life. I am removing hidden enemies. I am separating you from those who pretend to support you. I am breaking the influence of people who have been draining your strength. I am shutting the mouths of those who speak against you in private. I am cutting spiritual cords that were tying you to confusion and exhaustion. I am purifying your surroundings because the next season I am bringing you into requires clarity, strength, and a peaceful environment. You will begin to notice that certain people no longer feel comfortable around you. You will see distance forming. You will observe attitudes changing. Do not panic. This is my doing. I am revealing hearts. I am exposing intentions. I am filtering your circle so that only those aligned with your destiny remain close to you. For the wrong voices at the wrong time can delay the right blessings. I am not allowing that to happen to you. And child, understand this. Witchcraft cannot touch a heart that stays in prayer. Darkness cannot overpower a spirit filled with my presence. Illness cannot take root in a body that is covered by my hand. You are protected. You are preserved. You are hidden under my shadow. No ritual, no spell, no curse has authority over you because you belong to me, and everything that belongs to me is shielded with heavenly power. Yes, you may feel moments of weakness. Yes, you may feel fatigue. Yes, your body may respond to spiritual attacks with temporary symptoms, but these are not signs of defeat. They are signs of warfare. And every moment you feel weakness, I will give you strength. Every moment you feel heaviness, I will give you peace. Every moment you feel heaviness, I will give you peace. Every moment you feel pressure, I will give you relief. You are not fighting this battle alone. I am fighting it for you. My child, I want to speak to you about your prayer life now. When you pray, pray with authority. Do not pray as someone who is afraid. Pray as someone who knows they are backed by heaven. Speak my word over your life. Declare my promises. Rebuke what is not from me. Command every negative influence to flee. Stand on the truth that I have given you power over all the works of darkness, and nothing shall harm you. Your prayer is not small. It is a weapon. Your worship is not quiet. It is warfare. Your trust is not invisible. It shakes the plans of the enemy. You may wonder why I am revealing these things to you now. It is because timing matters. If I had shown you this earlier, you would not have understood the depth of the battle. If I had shown you later, the enemy would have gained momentum. But I am showing you now because this is the moment when your spirit is ready, your mind is alert, your heart is sensitive, and your faith is strong enough to understand. You are not the same person you were before. You have grown. You have matured. You have endured storms that changed the structure of your spirit. Now you can handle revelation. Now you can walk in discernment. My child, now that I have revealed to you what is happening in the spirit, I want you to understand that what you are facing is not new. It is not uncommon in the journey of those I have chosen, loved, protected, and elevated. Many before you have walked through similar attacks, similar plots, similar invisible battles, and I delivered them every single time. What is happening to you now is part of a long pattern that has appeared throughout the scriptures. The enemy using individuals, envy, jealousy, manipulation, sorcery, curses, and unseen forces to try to weaken the ones marked by my purpose. But every time the enemy rose, my power rose higher. Every time darkness plotted, my light disrupted it. Every time evil hands stretched toward my children, my hand moved faster and with greater authority. I want you to understand the biblical weight of what I am telling you, for when you see how I have acted before, your confidence in me will grow, and your fear will die. The enemy has always attempted to harm my chosen ones through secret schemes, hidden rituals, spoken curses, and malicious intentions. But I have never allowed those plans to succeed, and I will not allow them to succeed now. Remember Balaam, my child. He stood as one hired by a jealous king to curse my people, to speak destruction over my chosen nation, to weaken those whom I had blessed. Just as this lady has lifted her voice in darkness against you, Balaam lifted his voice to curse. But every time he opened his mouth, the curse he intended turned into a blessing. This is what I am doing for you. Every word spoken against you is being reversed. Every intention designed to weaken you is becoming fuel for your elevation. Balaam stood on a mountain, thinking that he held spiritual power, but I interrupted his tongue, turned his intentions upside down, and forced a blessing to come forth where a curse was meant to stand. And child, that is what I am doing for you even now. I am forcing blessings to appear in the very places where harm was planned. I am compelling favor to rise out of environments meant to sabotage you. I am turning your enemies' rituals into manifestations of my glory. Do you remember how the king insisted on trying again and again, moving Balaam from one place to another, hoping that perhaps a curse would work from a different location? That is how the enemy operates. When his first attempt fails, he tries another angle. When his earlier plan is shattered, he tries a new method. When one door closes, he tries another. But hear me, Balaam tried multiple locations, multiple altars, multiple spiritual manipulations, but not one curse succeeded. Because when I bless a life, no demon, no ritual, no jealous heart, no whisper of darkness can undo what I have declared. So do not worry about repeated attempts against you. They will all fail the same way each of Balaam's attempts failed, completely, publicly, and irreversibly. And child, remember my servant David. He too faced someone who used spiritual manipulation and hidden strategies to destroy him. Saul was not just a king with a sword. He was a man who sought prophets, mediums, secret knowledge, and spiritual manipulation when he lost my presence. Jealousy twisted his heart, the same way jealousy has twisted the heart of the one coming against you. Saul wanted David weakened, destroyed, removed, because he saw the anointing on him. Just as this woman sees the favor on you and cannot understand why my hand rests upon you so strongly. Saul threw physical spears, but he also threw spiritual ones. He sent hostility, intimidation, manipulation, fear, control, instability, but none of those reached David. And none of what is being sent against you will reach you. Saul chased David in the wilderness, but every time I redirected David's path. I guide you the same way. There are moments when you did not know why I kept you from going to a certain place, speaking to a certain person, or accepting a certain invitation. But I knew. You did not understand why conversations fell apart or why certain people grew distant, but I knew. I was redirecting you away from the spears thrown in the spirit. I was shielding you in the unseen places the way I shielded David in the wilderness. In caves, in hidden corners where my presence covered him like a shield. And child, remember Joseph. It was jealousy that drove his brothers to consider killing him. It was jealousy that caused them to plot against him in secret. It was jealousy that made them throw him into a pit. Just as jealousy has driven this lady to speak against your health, to plot in hidden places, to hope for your downfall. Joseph's brothers thought they were acting secretly, away from anyone's knowledge. Yet I saw everything. I heard every word. I watched every intention. And I turned that entire plot into a destiny-shaping moment. What they meant for evil, I turned into the path that led Joseph to the palace. That is what I am doing with you. My child, I want you to understand that the attack on your health is not because you are weak. It is because you carry a destiny that threatens darkness. Joseph's robe was a sign of favor, and your life carries the same robe. That robe provokes envy. That robe attracts opposition. That robe stirs bitterness in those who are spiritually blind. But just like Joseph, you are untouchable. Attempts may be made, but they cannot succeed. Pits may be dug, but your rising is guaranteed. Words may be spoken, but my word cancels them all. Rituals may be done, but they collapse the moment they try to settle on your body. Because like Joseph, you are destined for elevation. My child, consider Moses. Even as a baby, he faced spiritual attack. Pharaoh ordered the destruction of children because he sensed the rise of someone chosen. The enemy often targets people before they even understand their destiny. But Moses survived what was meant to kill him. Not because of the strength of those around him, but because my purpose on his life outweighed the enemy's intention. I guided him into the waters where no curse could reach him. I placed him in the house of the very enemy who had ordered his destruction. Do you see? I turned an attack into protection. I turned danger into safety. That is what I am doing for you. And child, think of Job. Though the enemy desired to strike him physically, emotionally, mentally, he could not touch Job without my permission. And even when Job experienced temporary suffering, I restored him with double. The enemy tries to intimidate you with the fear of illness, the fear of weakness, the fear of decline. But he has no authority over your body. Your health is under my command. Your strength is in my hands. Your life is secured in my breath. The enemy can shake the environment around you, but cannot touch your destiny. He can whisper lies, but cannot alter my truth. And just like Job, whatever is attempted against you will only result in greater restoration, greater blessing, deeper faith, and stronger glory upon your life. And my child, recall Daniel. Those who envied him schemed in secret. They plotted his destruction behind closed doors. They hoped to remove him by using spiritual manipulation, by creating a trap designed specifically for him. The same way the lady plotting against you has created a spiritual trap, believing that if she can weaken your health, she can weaken your purpose. But Daniel was protected. When the lions opened their mouths, they found my angel standing in their way. Just as the sickness intended for you will find my hand blocking it. Just as the weakness planned for your body will find my strength defending you. Just as the lions were powerless before Daniel, the attack on your health is powerless before the angels I have stationed around you. Do you remember Elijah, my child? Jezebel sent threats against him. She used intimidation, manipulation, and spiritual pressure to weaken his mind and drain his body. But I met Elijah with strength. I fed him. I restored him. I renewed his energy. I lifted him up again. And in the same way, I am strengthening you. When you feel tired, that is when I am feeding your spirit. When you feel pressure, that is when I am renewing your strength. When you feel mentally drained, that is when I am breathing fresh wind into your soul. There is also the story of King Jehoshaphat. 3 nations rose against him. They planned in secrecy, believing they could surprise him and destroy him. But before they even reached the battlefield, I spoke. I warned him. I told him to stand firm and watch my salvation, and I turned the entire attack around. When Jehoshaphat began to pray and worship, the enemies turned against each other and destroyed themselves. Child, that is what I am doing for you. The spiritual forces that rose against you will turn on themselves. The trap set for you will become the downfall of the one who set it. The sickness meant for you will return to its sender. The ritual performed against you will collapse under the weight of my authority. My child, remember Peter. Satan desired to sift him like wheat. He sought permission to attack his faith, his strength, his mind. But I told Peter, I have prayed for you. And that prayer became his shield. That prayer preserved his soul. That prayer sustained his destiny. And child, I am praying for you even now. My intercession covers you. My voice defends you. My presence surrounds you. What the enemy desires he cannot have, because I stand between you and every attack. Even Paul was attacked with spiritual affliction. He faced opposition from sorcerers, witches, manipulators, false prophets, and those who use spiritual power for evil. In the city of Paphos, a sorcerer tried to block my word through Paul, just as this lady is trying to block your health and your progress. But I struck the sorcerer with blindness and removed his influence. And I am removing the influence of the one coming against you. Her power is breaking. Her rituals are failing. Her intentions are crumbling. Her spiritual strength is dissolving before my presence. And my child, remember my son. Even he faced spiritual attacks. Herod attempted to kill him as a child. Pharisees plotted in secret. Priests manipulated behind the scenes. Satan tempted him in the wilderness. Darkness attempted to weaken him. Yet not once did any attack succeed, because my purpose cannot be interrupted, and the purpose I have placed on your life follows the same pattern. You will not be touched by what has been planned. You will not be hindered by what has been spoken. You will not be weakened by what has been performed. Every biblical instance I have shown you reveals a pattern. Those who belong to me are always targeted. Those who carry destiny attract opposition. Those who walk with my presence draw jealousy, resentment, and schemes. But every single one of them overcame. Every one of them was preserved. Every one of them was delivered. Every one of them rose higher after the attack.